The latest snapshot on the opioid epidemic shows an alarming trend. Even with increased attention from both the White House and the medical community, hospitals are seeing more overdoses than ever. Kenneth Craig reports the CDC says this is a wake-up call.
Working in a New York City emergency room, Dr. Peter Shearer sees the opioid epidemic firsthand.
I often don't know if it's heroin, methadone, or fentanyl that they may have overdosed on. We're just sort of working to save that person's life in the moment.
The Centers for Disease Control says in a 15-month period, there were more than 142,000 suspected overdoses, an increase of 30%. The biggest jump was in the Midwest with a 70% increase.
With the intention that this is getting, it is very disappointing that we're seeing these increases. But this is a very complex epidemic.
A key point from the CDC is that the epidemic has now shifted into a new phase. It's not that more people are abusing drugs, it's the kind of drugs they're using.
The epidemic has gone from prescription painkillers to heroin and now to fentanyl, more than 50 times more potent than morphine.
The error margin is tiny. Taking a dose that another day might have just made you sleepy can be enough to kill you.
There's no doubt there's an increase.
Dr. Shearer's department at Mount Sinai Hospital is trying to do more than resuscitate.
We're actually trying to assess them for a chronic addiction and then making any interventions that might help with the right person if they're willing to change.
The CDC agrees each overdose can be an opportunity to steer someone out of addiction and into treatment. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
Now, the CDC report also found opioid overdoses in large cities jumped 54% in 16 states. Jay.